Alright, so this is another battle report, the Beastmen versus the Ogre Kingdoms, and it's a 2,500 point battle report. I'm getting prepped for the Grail Quest. My army comes in at 14-4. I don't know what this guy's army comes in as. I think he just threw together a list, and from my recollection, it probably looks like I don't know, it's probably a 10 or something. But anyway, I have 50 gore here on the left. In the center, I have ungore. And on my right, I have a unit of 38 Bestigore. And to the right of them is a Manticore with Ironhard skin. And next to him is a Fen Beast. I probably should have put the Fen Beast a little bit closer to the center. It would have given me a little bit, some extra options. But over across from me, he has a unit of 12 Iron Guts, a Stone Tusk, a Thunder Tusk, and 2 units of 4 Lead Belchers. And I think that's about it. I think he has another character that's floating around outside the unit. I'm not sure about that. His BSB is in the back behind his unit, his 12 Iron Guts. And so, and here's another look at my 50 gore herd. Inside the herd, I have two level 2 Bray Shamans and a level 4 Great Bray Shaman. And he has a Skull of Rakos, which gives him +1 to cast for every sorcerer within 6 inches. And next to them is the Herdstone, so that gives me extra dice for every sorcerer within 6 inches of Herdstone. So here's another look at my opponent's army. I think he actually got the first turn, and in his first turn, he just started shooting at the Bestigore. And the Bestigore have the Totem of Rust, so they don't have any armor whatsoever, pretty much. So he just shoots the piss out of them. He didn't really cast any magic, but in my turn, I moved the Manticore across and the Harpies up and to the left, so I can get around to the back, so I can get and harass his BSB. Because if he has the stubborn item, I want to break the BSB so he won't get a reroll on his leadership, because that's huge if you can actually pull that off. The Ogre here shoots at the Fen Beast. I also moved my Fen Beast up far up, and I moved my Bestigore up because if they don't get up there, they might not survive anyway. So I moved them up just a little bit. And then I also charged the Fen Beast into his Lead Belchers. And at the beginning of my turn. And here's the Manticore going across and to the left, because what he did in his turn, he actually just shot, so I didn't really take that many pictures. And in my magic phase, I casted Miasma against his ballistic skill, and I reduced that down by 3. And in his turn, he actually charged, and then I reduced the strength of the Iron Guts by 1. I continued to roll 1 the entire time. Every time I used Miasma, it was retarded, stupid, couldn't stand it. Well, anyway, he moves up his creature like that in the middle. He wants to charge. He wants to get the flank of the Ungor, or either he wants to keep me back and then wait till I charge in, which I fall for the trap. I do end up charging in, but he shoots. He's in close. Well, he's already in close combat with the Fen Beast, and I think the Fen Beast does like 3 wounds. He kills an Ogre. And over here in this close combat, I lose a good amount of Ungor, but they hold. And I end up charging with my Bestigore, not realizing that he had reinforcements on the right side. I didn't even think about it, because I was like, I overestimated the Bestigor. I thought I'd be able to hurt this unit enough to break him, but I didn't know. I didn't realize he had the stubborn, the crown of command. So that hurt. I charged in my gore. I cast Weisson's Wild Form on the Ungor twice to give them strength 5, toughness 5. So that should make it so that the Ungor don't take too much damage. But I was most worried that the Bestigor would get charged, and my fears were my fears were well, they were correct. They are going to get charged, but I moved the Harpies around. I really don't know what to do with the Harpies at this point. I should have used them over on my right flank. I should have let the Chimera go around where he was going to go and push the Harpies around the right flank. That was stupid of me to protect my soft Bestigor flank. And as you can see, this is what happens when impact hits come in. And this is why I always tell people, impact hits and stomps are some of the most dangerous things in the game. And yeah, it's true. It's official. The Ungor hold, they didn't take much damage, and the Gore hold on a leadership 8. In fact, my entire army is now held together by leadership 8 now. So we're in trouble. I still ended up casting. Well, I think that's still the +1 strength, +1 toughness still on the Ungor. They actually, in the following turn, in close combat, the Ungor flee, and the Gore still hold. The Gore, I believe, I didn't really cast that many spells with the. Like, I was getting like 2 dice sometimes, like double ones. Okay, and so his turn, he moves his guys up. And then, I think this is almost the end. The Bestigor actually get, the Gore, they actually get Occam's Mindrazor off. And I'm starting to like Occam's Mindrazor. I kind of like the Lower Shadow. And yeah, this is what they do with Occam's. This is what they do with Occam's. They rip those ogres up. He moves his monster past the in his turn past the Gore to get him out of the way so I can't see him. Smart move. And then in my turn, I go ahead and direct all my attacks against his tyrant. And here's the tyrant actually losing. No. The tyrant lost close combat, and then he flees. And so when he fled, I overran him, and I overran 12. That's what happened. Okay. And then in his turn, he shoots up my Harpies and kills them. And pretty much the only unit I have left now. Oh yeah, he charges the Ungor. I fled with the Ungor. I rolled double ones, and he pretty much kills them. And then in my turn, I turn around. This is bottom turn. This is bottom turn 5. Okay. And I actually do cast a spell during this time. In his turn, they fled. The Gore charge. In my turn, I turn around at the end of the charge, and then I cast the Mountain Chimera spell, Final Transmutation. Well, not Final Transmutation, Transformation of Kadon. And I have to make a decision here. Do I charge the unit on the right, and it's a further out unit, or do I charge the monster with the Chimera? The long charge would give me a victory for sure, but the closer charge would probably tie me up. So I decided to take the closer charge because I figured if I can destroy this monster and then panic his character, I could net both of those points because he's right there on the border edge. And the Mountain Chimera did what mountain chimeras tend to do, but not before he wounds the mountain chimera 5 times. It was amazing. He needed 6s to wound. He rolled 5 6s. It's like, wow. But it was all for naught. The chimera destroys the unit, and that's pretty much game. And it ended up being a tie. Because I had a ton of points in that Gore unit, and he still had a ton of points on the battlefield. If I had played a little smarter with my best of Gore, they'd probably be alive right now, and I probably would have beaten them pretty badly. I should have just charged with the Gore on the left and left it alone, but I didn't. I charged everything in, not thinking about my flanks. I have to be more mindful of this. But it was a good game, and if you like what you've seen, subscribe or comment.